it's one of the very few things that will always be the truth. So many things get modified in press, and other people's stories change, memories change. This will always be exactly the way it was.
Why do you think it's important that people support the Laramie Project and keep that story moving, even though it happened a while ago?
It's Matt's story. It's a true story, and it's important because it reflects a part of our society that is still here. The ignorance, the hatred, the violence, it's still here. And people need to be reminded that it happens then and it can happen anywhere.
And some people say, that doesn't happen anymore. That was in the past.
Yeah.
What would you say to that?
Well, it does still happen. It's not in the past. People only think that because it's not in the press anymore. People just don't, it's just not talked about anymore. Maybe it's less. I don't think that's true because the FBI hate crime reports say it's not. But we just don't, the press just doesn't talk about it like it used to.
The foundation does a lot to help support putting on the Laramie Project in schools and universities and that sort of thing. Why do you think it's important for the younger generations to see this play?
Well, the younger generation certainly is different than when Matt was a kid. That age, it was a whole different world then, and kids now, they think, oh, we don't need to worry about that. It isn't going to happen to us. That's not what society's like anymore. Well, yes, it is like that still. It's not everywhere, but it certainly does still exist. They need to be aware, and we never want to forget our history. Our past is what molds us. The things that are happening today that are positive are built on the shoulders of the people of the past.
What would you say to communities that are thinking about putting the Laramie Project on, but they're afraid to do so because of the, quote, content of the play?
Yeah. Communities who are afraid to put this on, I just want them to think about how afraid the gay and lesbian members of their community are. If they're afraid to do a play about the issue, think how fearful it is for those who actually live there to be living that issue. And raising awareness is the first step to making change.
Is there anything else you want to say to people about how important you believe it is to support these kinds of projects?
Well, we know change happens through art because people see it, they're affected in a different way. In all my travels, I cannot go any place now where they even aren't doing the Laramie Project, getting ready to do it, or if they've just done it, whether it's a school or a community. And what I always hear is how transformative it is for the cast, the crew, and the audiences. So I think it's really critical to keep this kind of project going, whether it's about Matt or any sort of social change in history.